Well, there's still plenty more cricket to be played, and we're looking forward, even though there are now 7 teams left in the tournament, 1 already qualified, so it's 6 playing for 3 slots. And who's up tomorrow? Definitely 2 teams who are playing for those slots. Kolkata against Punjab from Dubai, the best of the 3 surfaces, what we feel. Match number 45. Crucial game. We've got to that stage of the tournament. 11 games to go after that in the league stage. And let's start with the Kolkata squad, Harsha. No news really, no definitive news of Andre Russell and as and when he's going to be fit. Assuming he's not, were you happy with their last...
I think Dooley put out a tweet, or put out a message somewhere saying, are they looking for a replacement? Dooley, tell us about hamstring. If a hamstring goes pop, it's not good news, is it?
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine that Andre Russell is back anytime this tournament. I just can't. And I mean, look, he's part of the West Indies squad for this T20 World Cup. I would say that
would not be packing his suitcase.
Priority. That would be his priority, I would think, to make sure he's 100% for that. If he said it popped and it's as bad as that, I just can't see him being back. I mean, it's a 2-week minimum, and then he's got to sort of get back to fitness again. Their issue is Lockie Ferguson as well, after going off the field the other night. And then I could not for a second believe he came out to bat, particularly when they needed 2 to win, and then had to turn like a sort of an old 50-year-old draft horse to get back for that single when they didn't take it. It couldn't, if he doesn't play tomorrow, then sending him out there to bat was the stupidest thing they could have done. So he must be okay, but that would be their biggest issue, I think.
Yeah, they'd be
looking at that table, Gautam.
Sandeep Warrior, Harsha?
That table. Yeah, I'm looking at that table. Should Punjab lose tomorrow, and it might seem rude to say so, but I'm just talking as an impartial observer, Punjab have found ways to lose this time. And I mean, the number of times they've been in good positions and lost, that tells you. We talked about Chennai. You need to talk about what's happening in that Punjab camp, where they genuinely believe they can win. But if Punjab loses tomorrow, then they are 8 from 12. I think they're gone. 8 from 12 means you can only get to 12 points. So everyone's watching this game. My gut feel at the moment is that Chennai, Delhi, Bangalore through, and it's Kolkata versus Kolkata and Mumbai. Kolkata have got all teams below them to play. Mumbai have got teams above them to play. But we don't know what Mumbai's comeback will be. I know for a fact that all the other teams, Rajasthan included, who probably fancy the odd chance of getting to 14 points and hoping there's a logjam there, will all be cheering for Punjab. I don't think Punjab will have had as many people supporting them in the game against Kolkata ever before. But that's the game. Kolkata win. I think they'll breathe a little freer. The pressure will come on Mumbai now, because Mumbai, Kolkata, each of them win 3 games. Kolkata go through. Yeah. With the net run rate. I don't think Mumbai can catch up on the net run rate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've summed that up perfectly, Harsha, in terms of the Kolkata-Mumbai clash and where Punjab and Rajasthan stand at the moment, and the top 3 being reasonably safe. But if you say Kolkata win, what do they need to address? Sandeep Warrior, did he do enough for you to stick in there, get Prasidh Krishna back? And if Lockie Ferguson's not in there, are you still thinking Shakib Al Hasan?
I think so, because Ben Cutting is not a 4-over. It's a very tempting option to play Ben Cutting, but he's not a 4-overs bank. He's a bit like Jimmy Neesham. On a good day, he might give you that, but he's really an explosive batsman who'll give you a little bit more bowling. If it was in Sharjah or somewhere, I can imagine they'll play Shakib because they want the extra slow bowler, and his batting style is pretty similar to the way McCullum and Morgan want KKR to play. So I think if Ferguson's okay, I think they're okay. But if Ferguson is not okay, then they have an issue, because then Tim Southee becomes the lead fast bowler. And Southee's been a fantastic bowler, but I don't think T20 is he's at his best at this stage in his career in T20.
Yeah, I think if Ferguson's not fit, they've probably got to look at Marvy, maybe going back to find some genuine pace, or a bit more pace. Again, he was bowling quite quick in the warm-ups in Sharjah the other day prior to the game. So I just wonder whether they have to go back to him if Ferguson's not fit, and maybe leave Warrior out and then bring Shakib into the side.
Yeah, we've got some breaking news coming in right here, right now, and it's a point of discussion which comes in at the perfect moment when we talk about the Punjab squad. And the first name I was going to ask you about, and does he fit into the side from a cricketing perspective, is Christopher Henry Gale. The question is, it doesn't matter because he is no longer part of that squad as of this minute. The breaking news is that he has broken the bubble due to bubble fatigue. That is the news we are getting in right now. In what manner he's done that, we don't quite know. But Simon Doull, purely from a cricketing perspective, that rules him out of reckoning.
Well, I can tell you this. There was a fairly strong call that he was about to do this on his birthday when he was left out of the team. And he was struggling, and there was a fairly strong call that the day after he was left out of the team on his birthday, he was a chance to leave that bubble, leave that team, and just take a break before the T20 World Cup. So I'm not surprised at all that it's taken a couple of extra games and the fact that he's done it.
I'll tell you something. He's not sort of slipped out without anyone knowing. I don't think that's what it is. If he expresses a desire to be mentally fresh, so he's not done something on the sly. He's just said, look, I don't want this bubble anymore. I'll tell you something interesting. He came in during our last game in Abu Dhabi. Chris Gale came in as one of those sort of timeout, the strategic timeout. We do a little interview sometime there. And he was asked about the bubble, and he said, and he laughed, he threw his head back and said, man, very tough. Very, very tough. He said, this bubble is very tough. And you can see he's gregarious. He likes to go outside. He's a man of the world. It should be okay, isn't it? I don't want to stay in this bubble anymore. I'm willing to pay the price. I won't get my full contract. So, okay. So no Chris Gale. And that means, so Markram will continue. Pooran will continue. Who do they play? Let's put that squad up again. Fabian Allen comes in his place, you think, as a pure batsman, or Moses Hendricks comes in?
Well, do they strengthen their bowling with Chris Jordan as well? Is that an option?
But as of now, Dooley, their batting ends at 6. Harpreet Brar is a decent batsman, but he comes in at 7, and then it's just bowling thereafter. So if Jordan has to come in for Gale, then
makes it slightly less.
Brar bats at 6, so there's even one lesser batsman. Unless Mayank is fit again, because he only went out with a stiff neck. Unless Mayank comes in for Gale, and then they play Pooran and Markram and get Chris Jordan or a Fabian Allen for somebody else.